Chelsea have spent over £1 billion building the squad, but somehow finished in 10th last season. And now things get worse. Cucurella has already left for Real Madrid. Enzo Fernandez is twerking for the Galacticos. And questions are being asked about Cole Palmer and Caicedo's future. But there is some good news as Marc Palestra has just joined Chelsea. So today, I'm giving Chelsea unlimited money to complete every transfer they want. And see if I can take them back to the very top by winning every trophy in England, but also the UCL. But of course, Chelsea have a brand new manager in Xabi Alonso. So let's see what he cooks up. But Palestra isn't the only signing, as they also brought in Giovanni Cuenda and Emmanuel Emeja into the team. Not only realistic transfers, Enzo Fernandez has put himself on the transfer list as he wants to leave Chelsea no matter what. Someone like Malo Gusto has also decided to leave. However, there's a twist. For those of you guys that don't know, this is the website TransferFeed, the best website for transfer rumors. As you can see, someone like Trevor Chalobah has been linked with Como for the past hour, which means Xabi Alonso has put him in the transfer list because this transfer might actually happen. So yes, players like Liam Delap, Malo Gusto as well, if I believe they might leave in real life, and I'm gonna make that transfer happen. However, one interesting one is Cole Palmer. He's been linked to Man United in the last 14 days. As you can see, he is not transfer listed, but if Man United come in with an offer for Cole Palmer this season, I have to accept it. It's the only transfer I see happening for Cole. And there we go. Xabi Alonso was able to sell everybody in this transfer list. And as this is going to be his formation, not 3 at the back surprisingly, and these are his tactics, it's time to make some realistic signings to players they're linked to in real life. But just remember, the goal is to win every trophy in England and the Champions League. So in this first season, he's aiming for the domestic treble because he still needs to qualify for the Champions League again. And of course, first he has to go ahead and go for a brand new left back. So here is the short list: Nathaniel Brown, Alvaro Carreras, Lewis Hall, Alejandro Grimaldo, and Anthony Robertson. Grimaldo's the best option, but he just joined Atletico. Nathaniel Brown is a great player, but he also just joined Bayern Munich. So that leaves him with these 3 options. Carreras might be convinced because Chelsea don't have UCL football. So normally he'd say no. With Cucurella joining the side, he might say yes. And only because he's a former Chelsea player for 57 million, Xabi Alonso was able to convince Lewis Hall to join Chelsea. But remember, no UCL football means not every transfer target will be possible in this first season, but in season 2, some big superstars will come in. So Lewis Hall now joins the side. A replacement for Enzo Fernandez is needed as well. And these are interesting targets: Lucas Bergvall from Tottenham, both Camavinga and Tchouaméni for Real Madrid, Felix Nemencha, who's been incredible at the World Cup, and Ayoub Bouadi as well. Tchouaméni is probably still going to start for Real Madrid. That's not happening. Camavinga, no chance he want to choose Chelsea. I think he wants to play in the Champions League, and I think it might be impossible to convince Lucas Bergvall to join another London side. Now, Felix Nemencha may have UCL football next year, but leaving Dortmund is always the goal. Or should they go for Ayoub Bouadi? And boys, the Chelsea pool is bigger than the Dortmund pool. For 65 million, Felix Nemencha is the new midfielder for Chelsea. Him and Caicedo are gonna be incredible in this midfield. I can see Xabi winning the Premier League if he continues to make the right sign. And what a great signing Xabi has pulled off here. And we all know the center back position is missing, maybe a goalkeeper. And I heard Xabi Alonso wants a superstar winger, but is it gonna be the left or the right hand side? But up first, for 18 million, Chelsea and Xabi Alonso have convinced Jacobo Ramon from Como to join the side as a backup center back. But for the starting options is Alessandro Bastoni, Ousmane Diomande, Luka Vuskovic, and Jean-Paul Van Hecke. First of all, Van Hecke has just joined Tottenham, and Xabi was able to convince Inter but not Bastoni to join the club, so that only leaves Luka Vuskovic and Ousmane Diomande. But unlike Lucas Bergvall, Luka Vuskovic is worth the overpayment. 70 million, yes, 70 million for a teenager center back. Xabi has invested big. He believes in the potential of this guy. So there we go. Luka Vuskovic has joined the side. Xabi has decided to stick with Mike Penders. So that means the final signing is a superstar winger. And the options are Jared Bowen, Iliman Ndiaye, Yan Diomande, Christos Solis. But also watch out for Vinicius Jr. His contract ends at the end of the season. With Xabi being the former manager, maybe he can get him on a free. But for now, he must focus on one of these 4 targets. Jared Bowen does not fit that left-hand side, and Esteval plays on the right. While Solis is the same situation, can only play on the left and not on the right. Xabi Alonso wants either Yan Diomande or Iliman Ndiaye because they can play on both wings. But Xabi meant superstar, so for 110 million, Yan Diomande has been poached by Chelsea. before the likes of Liverpool and Arsenal came in. This is a huge move for the Xabi Alonso project. This could win some trophies. Maybe not the Premier League, but the FA and the Carabao for sure. And it seems like Yan Diomande will be playing on that left-hand side. But this is the final Chelsea side with all the new signings, as well as the players on the bench. But after the signings come in, Palmer speaks to Xabi Alonso and says, look, I love Chelsea Football Club. They help elevate my career, and I love the signings you have made, but this might be my last season here at Chelsea. If you can prove to me by the end of the season that this project is something that I should stay with, I will go ahead and stay and help us win it all. Xabi Alonso says, yes, that seems fair. The work here at Chelsea has not been brilliant for the past 3 seasons. I'll try my best to convince you that you should stay at the club. But it's time for Xabi Alonso's debut here at Chelsea. The pressure to take him back to the top, but also to convince Cole Palmer to stay at the club. But the game kicks off, and here comes Nottingham Forest. First game of the season. Come on, Chelsea need to start off well. First game of the season is Morgan Gibbs-White, lays it off into Elliot Anderson, who finds Chris Wood back into Dominguez, into Hudson-Odoi. Great save, Penders. Chelsea need a great start here, and that's why here comes Esteban on the attack. Can he create a chance for Chelsea here? Cuts inside, gives it to Felix Nemencha, and here comes a German. Great through ball into Yan Diomande. Diomande sends through to Joao Pedro with a finish. Top corner. It goes wide. I thought he scored. Yan Diomande gives it into Cole Palmer, and here comes Chelsea Football Club looking to make it 1-0. Great through ball into Yan Diomande. No, he's offside. He scores that for sure. Morgan Gibbs-White on the ball. Great tackle. No, it's a great save from Penders. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Great tackle from Vuskovic. And now here comes Chelsea. A minute before halftime. Can they take a lead? Cole Palmer, the main man in his team. Great pass into Yan Diomande. This time he's not offside. Yan Diomande cuts inside. Yan Diomande goes wide. This Chelsea side is cooking. They just can't finish. Oh, Nottingham Forest on the ball again. Chris Wood. Great block from Reece James. Moises Caicedo gives it out wide into Esteban. Esteban does find Reece James. And here comes Chelsea Football Club. Esteban back into Cole Palmer, who finds Felix Nemencha. Nemencha finds a through ball into JP. Scores it to Cole Palmer. Can he finish? And let's go. They finally break the deadlock. This team has potential. They just need chemistry. But the whistle blows. It's 3 points for Xabi Alonso's side. Only 1-0. But I expect this team to grow. Maybe win the domestic treble. Who knows? And we reach the Carabao Cup semi-final, where Chelsea are 3 goals down to their rivals Arsenal. And Levi Colwill will be suspended for this game, so Jacob Ramon will be starting. Let's take a quick little break, as this video is sponsored by Proton VPN. Now, last year, for the very first time, I bought a VPN, and it's actually one of the best purchases I've ever made. Now, with the World Cup starting, you do not want to miss a game, and I know a lot of you will probably be visiting family or be away from home during the matches. And honestly, watching the game away from your house isn't always the best. Hey, if you were to call Proton VPN and let you access your home broadcast while traveling using the streaming services you already pay for, so you can keep up with every World Cup moment no matter where you are, and in your preferred language as well. Plus, Proton VPN helps protect your privacy online by hiding your IP address and keeping your browsing activity private. So if you want your viewing experiences to take it up another level, head on to protonvpn.com/EdgarAS. Again, that's protonvpn/EdgarAS. If Xabi wants to win the Carabao Cup, he needs the biggest remontada in his entire career against one of the bestest defensive teams in world football. But now here comes Eberechi Eze on the ball for Arsenal, looking to extend the lead again. Oh, it goes wide. Cole Palmer gives it into Yan Diomande. Come on, this has to be at least a shot on target. Here comes Yan. Great through ball into JP. Joao Pedro, can he finish from there? Yes, he does. It's a screamer. JP makes it 4-2. This comeback is possible. Here comes Chelsea. Esteban on the ball now. Gives it back into Caicedo. Caicedo into Reece. Reece into Nemencha. Yan Diomande, brilliant tiki-taka football. Cole Palmer can't beat Saliba though. Esteban now on the ball, gives it into Moises Caicedo, who does fine. Joao Pedro with a great ball into Esteban Willian. Here he comes. Can he make it 4-3? Cuts to his left foot finesse, and it goes in. Arsenal are getting tossed around. In 30 minutes, they almost equalize the tie. However, it's now the second half. Yan Diomande gives it to Felix Nemencha, back into Lewis Hall. Cole Palmer does find Moises Caicedo, who gives it to Esteban Willian. Can he beat his opponent? Yes, he does. Esteban from outside the box. Raya, great save. Corner for Chelsea. Reece James, can you give a good cross? Heads it into Joao Pedro, and it's another save, man. Cole Palmer on the ball. Great through ball into Joao Pedro. 1v1 to equalize the game. JP with a shot. It goes in. What a goal! Off the crossbar and in. It's 4-4. But it's going to be a penalty shootout. However, some changes came on. Emeja, Huenda, and Palestra came on. No JP and no Diomande for the shootout. Cole Palmer to take the first penalty. Surely he's the one that scores it. He goes to the bottom left, and it goes in despite Raya going the right way. Captain Bukayo Saka for Arsenal. Can he go ahead and not bottle this for his team? Down the middle, it goes in, man. And now it's Esteban Willian. Scored a goal earlier. Can he score again to keep Chelsea Chelsea in the lead. Yes, he does. 2-1, baby. Victor Gyökeres on the ball up next. Surely he also scores his penalty. Unless Mike Penders has something to say. Down the middle again? What are these trash penalties? Emmanuel Emeja did not do anything in the 90 minutes, so he gets a shot at penalty and he scores it. Eberechi Eze up next. Let it all work out. Can he miss again like in the UCL final? Goes down the middle. Dude, what are these penalties, man? Professional footballers are shooting down the middle. Reece James up next. Goes to the top right. He bangs it in. The captain never lets us down. Leandro Trossard. Can he be the first Arsenal taker to miss? He goes to the top left and he misses. And now if Academy graduate Lewis Hall scores this, it's all over. Chelsea are on to the final somehow. But it's saved by Raya, man. Declan Rice. If he misses this, they're knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Can he let his team down? Mike Penders. No, it goes in. Sudden death now. Moises Caicedo up next. Just put it into the top right. Yes, let's go. 5-4, baby. Oh, look who it is. If Gabriel misses this, they're out. No way he repeats the UCL final miss. To the left, it goes in, man. Luka Vuskovic, a great penalty taker for a center back. Goes to the bottom right. He goes in. Let's go. It's all up to the Italian stallion. Riccardo Calafiori goes to the right and Penders doesn't react, man. And now Giovanni Quenda did not do anything in 90 minutes, but he goes to the left and he bangs it in. 7-6, man. Oh, we're going down to the center backs now. Saliba to take the next penalty. Will he go ahead and put it away? He goes to the right and he puts it in, man. Come on. David Raya versus Palestra, the Italian fullback. To the right, he puts it in as well. 8-7. Martin Zubamendi. Come on, Penders. You have to make at least a save here. Martin Zubamendi goes down. Oh my days, man. No one's gonna miss. Jacobo Ramon. Where's he gonna go? Bottom right. Let's go. It's the win. 9-8, bro. I'm so nervous. Fullback Jarian Timber. We're so close to the keepers taking pens. Where is he gonna go? To the right, and he misses. Arsenal have photoed at Chelsea. We're going to the final. And in the Carabao Cup final, they're facing Man City, man. But it gets worse as Cole Palmer and Reece James are out injured. So Xabi Alonso has decided to play Estevao at 10, Quenda on the right, and of course Palestra in that fullback spot. So can Xabi Alonso win his first ever trophy without his captain and his best player? Man City with the corner. It's a cross in from Foden into Nico O'Reilly. Just goes wide. And now it's Yan Diomande. Gives it all the way into JP. JP holds it off into Estevao. Back into JP. 1v1. Can he finish it? No, it goes wide. Come on, Joao Pedro. Philip Foden on the ball. Here come Man City, however. Great tackle from Palestra. And now here come Chelsea on the counter. Estevao Willian through ball into JP, who finds Giovanni Quenda, who's all open by himself. He has to create an opportunity. This has to end in a goal or a shot. JP gets rid of Gavardio, scores it into Felix Nemencha, and it goes in. Beautiful football from Chelsea as a German puts some 1-0 up. But here come Man City. It's Philip Foden on the ball, looking for the through ball. He finds Savinho with a shot. Penders with a save, but it's palmed in. The most unlucky goal you can concede in a final. But now it's Man City. Reindeers into Savinho. Here comes City again, Vuskovic, but it's given away. Savinho back on the ball. It falls into Rodri. It's gonna be a pen, man. Just clear out the ball. The inexperience is showing in this back line. Erling Braut Haaland. He typically does not miss penalties. He goes to the left. It's saved by Mike Penders. Cross in from Foden. It falls into Nico O'Reilly. He wins the header. Falls into Rodri. Don't let him shoot. Penders, easy save. Second half now. Erling Braut Haaland is on the attack here. Finds into Cabore. Cabore missed tackle from our defender, Mike Penders. Great save, man. Estevao gives it into Levi. Levi into Joao Pedro. 1v1 the low driven and it goes in. Finally, Joao Pedro gets the goal. Is this game over? Savinho Foden into John Stones. Here comes City looking for this equalizer. Cross in. As long as the Divine Haaland, we're good. Palestra with a brilliant pass. And here comes Estevao in that number 10 position. Substituting in for Cole Palmer. Joao Pedro. 1v1. You have to finish this. You've done it before. And it's all over. It has to be. The Palestra pass, the Estevao through ball, and the Joao Pedro shot might win it all for Chelsea. And the whistle is blown. Chelsea lift the Carabao Cup. 1 out of 3 trophies Xabi is actually trying to win this season. And Xabi has also made an FA Cup final against Bournemouth. It should be fairly simple. And with everybody fit and firing, Chelsea should win the double. And the final kicks off. Here comes Traore early on for Bournemouth. It's a cross in into Alessani. Great save from Penders. Reece James wins the ball back, gives it to Cole Palmer, who finds Felix Nemencha, and it's a great save from Petrovic. Caicedo picks up the ball in the midfield, gives it into Cole Palmer. Here come Chelsea on the attack again. They should dominate this game and maybe maybe score 1 or 2 goals against Bournemouth. Gives it to Cole Palmer. 1v1 with a low driven, and he's not missing that, man. 1-0 for Chelsea here. It's not bad at all, man. Reece James wins this ball back, and here come Chelsea, who finds JP through ball into Cole Palmer again, into Reece James. Here comes the Chelsea captain with a finish. It goes wide. That could have been the dagger already. Esteval on the ball, gives it into the middle, into Cole Palmer, and here come Chelsea Football Club. João Pedro with a great through ball into Esteval to end up this game. Shot, it goes in. What a season for Esteval. 2-0. Chelsea might be lifting the FA Cup. And now here come Chelsea once again. João Pedro does fine. Esteval Willian, can he make it 3-0? And yes, it's over. Esteval shows up when it matters. The trophy is coming home. And the game is over. Chelsea lift the FA Cup trophy. 2 out of 3 trophies in England, the UCL and the Premier League left to go. But there is no Premier League title as Chelsea finished in 4th. But the good news is they have Champions League football next year. And it was a great season from João Pedro, getting 18 goals, just missing out on the Golden Boot. While Felix Nemencha scored 13, as Luis Hall was actually Chelsea's best playmaker. But this is what the squad is looking like. João Pedro 85, Palmer 88. I'm a little upset at Diamante's growth, but Esteval 86. Caicedo 90. The defense is getting so much better. And with Phil Foden's player of the tournament, only Felix Nemencha gets in the team of the season. As JP gets 29 goals in all comps, 17 and 12 for Felix Nemencha, 16 and 11 for Palmer, a better season than last. 8 and 3 for Diamante, 7 and 5 for Esteval. The question is, will Cole Palmer be staying at the club? But unfortunately, Palmer has made the choice to leave Chelsea and rejoin Man City. He wasn't satisfied with the job done by Xabi, even though he won 2 trophies. Winning the UCL and the Prem will be tough without him. So in season 2, this is the Chelsea lineup, and it's looking a bit weaker with Palmer, but Xabi Alonso wants to play Esteval in that cam position and move Diamante to the right hand side and try to go for a superstar left winger this season. Probably the biggest free agent of all time, Vinny, is available, but it's gonna take a couple days or weeks to sign him up. I'm curious if Xabi will be able to pull it off. But of course, when it comes to signing, I think Xabi wants to go ahead and make another center back signing here. And here are his options: Ibrahima Konate, Ousmane Diomande, Murillo, of course Bastoni, and Jules Koundé. All of these players are linked to Chelsea in real life, but now Chelsea have UCL football. Diomande is not at that level, and neither is Murillo, so it's between these 3 signings. And for 63 million, the deal has been signed. Jules Koundé, who's going to convert back to center back, has now arrived at Stamford Bridge. This is a brilliant signing. So Jules Koundé will be starting on that right-hand side. As good as Pender's in, I think Chelsea need a new keeper. And it's between Mike Mainan, Diogo Costa, or Marco Carnesecchi, who I think all of them are being able to get convinced here. It's about time he left Portugal. 70 million plus Robert Sanchez. Diogo Costa is now a blue. I cannot believe this guy is still in Portugal. And with Diogo Costa now on the bench, Xabi Alonso wants a number 9 to replace or even compete with JP. And he wants one of 2 guys: Victor Osimhen, who's been linked with Chelsea for years, and Ballon d'Or winner Ousmane Dembele. I don't know if this one is possible, but it would be a great signing if it can happen. But it's time that destiny arrived. For 70 million, Osimhen is finally joining Chelsea. He will compete with JP. The perfect number 9 competition for João Pedro. So now with Osimhen in the 11, the question is he gonna be able to sign Vinny, or does he have to go for someone else? And yes, Vinicius Jr. has accepted the Chelsea project. Back with Xabi Alonso. Is this the signing to get Chelsea the Premier League and the Champions League? So this is the final Chelsea side. A huge transformation, but with a great manager. Can they win the double? And in the Champions League, Chelsea finished in 4th. Round of 16, they smashed Olympiacos. Quarterfinals, they beat Bayern. But in the semis, they drew 2-2 in the first leg to Man City. The second leg won't be easy with Haaland the top goal scorer, but tied with João Pedro. It seems like he's been the starter. But look at him, the traitor, Cole Palmer with 7 assists, one of the best in the league. While Haaland has 36, Phil Foden with 25, 19 and 19 for Rodri, 12 and 19 for Cole. Oh, this game is not gonna be easy. So yes, that means JP will be starting, and sadly, everybody is fit for this match. Oh, here come Man City again, though. Jeremy Doku on the ball. If he finds Erling Haaland, it might be over. Jeremy Doku looking to make it 3-2 in aggregate. It falls back to Foden, who's been incredible. Koundé, great block. Nico Gonzalez back into Phil Foden. Reach him into Haaland. Great save, Costa, man. Vinicius Jr. on the ball, is on the attack here, looking to make it 1-0. He gives it to his fellow Brazilian, João Pedro. JP now. Who is he gonna find? He looks for Vinicius again, who cannot get there. Great ball from Caicedo. Gives it to Yan Diomande in the middle. Caicedo to Estevao. Back into Yan Diomande. Come on, Chelsea. This has to be a goal. Scores it to Estevao. Into Vinicius Jr. Oh, great save, Donnarumma. Corner for Chelsea here. Yan Diomande with the crossing. Can he find Levi Colwill with the header? It goes wide. Quick corner here from Chelsea. Joao Pedro finds Yan Diomande. And here comes Yan. Gives it to Caicedo, who lays it up to Estevao, who gives it into Jules Koundé. Can he score the center back? And he does! The man of the match so far today. Great tackles, but an even better goal. Now in the second half, here comes Chelsea again. Estevao gives it to JP. JP into Vinicius Jr. Cuts inside. Vinny gives it to Joao Pedro. 1v1 low driven. It goes in! Chelsea's running riot in this semi-final second leg. 4-2. Nico Gonzalez on the ball, gives it into Palmer with a shot. Oh, it goes wide. Cole should have scored against his own teammates. Moises Caicedo on the ball, cuts inside, gives it into Estevao Willian. Through ball into Joao Pedro to end up this tie. JP, it goes in. This guy deserves an apology. Xavi brought in Osimhen just for JP to score more goals than him. The game is over. Chelsea are in a UCL final. Who will they be facing? But Chelsea were unable to win the Premier League. Looks like it's not gonna happen for Xavi. But in the UCL final, they'll face against Paris. Winning this is a success, man. And we know JP leads the top goal scoring charts, but Dembele is pretty close. But it seems like the goals are spread out with Enzo being on the team, Ousmane, Doué, Bradley Barcola. It's still a super team, man. And luckily, there is no injuries. This is the lineup that Xavi will go for. Osimhen could come off the bench, though, as JP was sensational. Andre Santos with 26 and 10. He might have to come off the bench as well. 15 and 20 for Reece, 12 and 5 for Estevao. A little bit disappointing. And Osimhen only got 9 and 1. And he only 4 and 3. Come on, man. What happened to Vinicius? But it's time for the UCL final at Wembley. Chelsea have a huge advantage. Can they secure this victory? And the final kicks off Nemencha into Estevao Willian. That Brazilian front three is going to be incredible tonight. Vinicius cuts inside, gives it to JP, tries to give it to Estevao, but it's blocked. But here comes Ousmane Dembele. You can't count him out. Where is Reece James? Oh no, Kvaratskhelia. Cross in into Desiree Doué. Doué gets rid of Lewis Hall, but Doué now gives it to Sabre. Sabre into Vitinha, into Ousmane. Dembele scores into Kvaratskhelia. And PSG take a 1-0 lead. This is not good at all. But here come PSG. Desiree Doué on the ball, gives it back into Vitinha. Here come PSG. Great tackle from Nemencha. But Vitinha wins it back. He just doesn't lose the ball, this guy. Kvara. Great tackle from Koundé. Vinny on the ball, gives it to Felix Nemencha into Estevao, who finds JP. Great through ball into Vinicius Jr. Has had a poor season, but he steps up in the big games. Oh, Vinny, that has to be better. Felix Nemencha gives it into Estevao. Estevao into Vinicius Jr. And here comes the Brazilian. Vinicius gives it to JP. JP on the ball. Don't lose it, JP. JP, man. Colwill gives it into Vinny again. Vinny into Estevao. Estevao cuts back, gives it back into Vinny. Can he score this time? No, he's going to square it to Jay. No, Estevao. Carnesecchi. That's a pen, man. Desiree Doué now on the ball. Cuts back, gives it to Vitinha, who cuts back to Dembele. Enzo into João Neves. It's 2-0, and it's about to be halftime. Chelsea are getting tossed around, man. Second half now, Felix Nemencha wins the ball back. Can they go ahead and do a remontada? They've done it before last season. Great ball into Vinicius Jr. He hasn't had the best of seasons, but can he turn up now? He usually does when it matters. Vinicius with a shot from there, shot blocked. Caicedo gives it into Yan Diomande, into JP. JP, great through ball into Estevao Willian. Here comes Chelsea on the ball again. Cuts inside. Estevao lays it up for Vinicius, and it goes in. 2-1. The game is not done. Come on, Vinny. Come on, Chelsea. Beraldo into João Neves. Neves into Ousmane Dembele. A shot. And if it goes in, it's over. Enzo hits the crossbar. Back into Kvara. Diogo Costa. Great. 10 minutes left to go. Estevao Willian. Can he create something again like he did for Vinny earlier? It's still Estevao holding the ball. Nobody can touch him. Great through ball. He finds Vinny. Vinny's not tired. He shoots. He scores. It's 2-2. A bad season, but he's turning it up when it matters. And now it's Yan Diomande on the ball. Only 1 minute left to go. Caicedo gives it to Andre Santos. Santos into Victor Osimhen. And here comes Victor. He's holding up the play. Gives it to Vinny. Vinny's 1v1. Can he shoot and score? Yes, he does. A hat trick in the final. You can't see the sellies. Here it is. Chelsea are going to win the Champions League. And yes, Chelsea lift the Champions League. Xabi Alonso has won 3 out of 4 trophies. That was his goal. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click on this video right here. I know you're going to love it.